Chapter 79. It was an abandoned brick and stone two-flat. Psycho looked up and down the block to be sure no one was watching before starting up the weedy walkway between the building and an overgrown neighboring lot. I followed Psycho to a small side entrance. There was a garbage can at the front door. There was a padlock on an old, worn brown painted wooden door. Psycho fished a key from a string around his neck from inside his t-shirt. He unlocked the door and pushed it open. It swung free into a dark passage. I followed Psycho through the door. He pushed it closed and affixed the lock to the door from the inside. There were two heavy cinder blocks beside the door, spanning the narrow hallway, so that the blocks would hold against the opposite wall. Psycho set down the sack and placed the heavy gray blocks against the back of the door and wiped a bit of dust from his hands. He reached down and patted the top of my head as he lifted the sack. "Welcome to my castle," he said. "You must be hungry, huh?" "Oh, I'm starved," I replied. The first floor was wrecked and filled with trash. The windows and front door were covered with heavy wooden boards. Slivers of light painted a murky darkness that blended broken furniture and other refuse into semi-abstract shapes. Something scurried in the darkness. Psycho paused at the set of stairs leading to a second-floor flat, recalling something of the first floor. "When Psycho first come here," he began, "there was crackheads and hookers turning tricks down there. There was windows, but somebody busted open that door. Then one day, the city come. Cops, too. They threw everybody out and boarded up the place. How long have you been—" I began. He started up the stairs with a shrug. "Hard to say. 6, 7 months, maybe. Spring, thereabout." The stairs banked to the right. Some were loose. One was ready to collapse altogether. Psycho stepped over it. The steps came to an abrupt end in a dimly lit doorway in a hall. There was gang graffiti spray-painted on the walls. Gaping dark holes had been punched or kicked through the drywall. The whole building smelled of mildew and rot. To the left, down a dark hallway, emanated a scent of piss. To the right, the space opened to a wide room and 3 tall windows, which looked down upon Champlain. It was decidedly cleaner here. An attempt had been made to sweep the weathered and cold blonde wood floor. Upon the floor, dominating the room, was an old mattress covered by several thick wool blankets. A door was open on the left, revealing a half-filled khaki laundry bag and a big white igloo cooler beneath clothing hung upon hangers. Psycho hung the blanket over the doorway and cacked an old white sheet across the hall leading to the back of the flat. He drew thick blinds over the windows and lit a candle.